Welcome to Felicitucky Garage. I'd like to show you little tricks I learned about replacing the shifter. First off, I don't know why, but it has, so this whole thing's held in with this bolt and this screw. But to get to that bolt and screw, you must go on the other side and take this nut off, which goes all the way through. This bolt goes all the way through. And then this cover comes off this side, exposing a big washer, a spring, and this controller which holds both cables, push and pull cables. So this is forward, neutral, reverse. But in order to get this correct, I'm going to tell you what. We had to replace one of the cables, so I went ahead and put a new shifter in. It was really cheap. I can't remember how much, like 20 bucks, 25 bucks altogether or something. These screws you won't have to touch. So the first one you have to do is take this end off apart on both sides. And then you'll take this screw out and this out if you're going to replace all this. If you're going to replace the cables, you still need to take this off. This is a 10 and I think it's a 12 on the other side. This is a 10 and this is just a Phillips screw. And again, these three you don't have to do anything with. The new one is really stout, just so you know. Oh, and look, it says on it. Reverse, neutral, forward. Duh. Anyway, so the cables just go through to the back. Let's go to the back. There they are coming between the seats, and then they come up around the shock, which I chose to put a little, wire tie there to keep them out of the shock. Because as you can see, the old one was kind of bit by the shock. So look how beefy the new one is. I mean, well, I don't know, it's got a plastic sheath over it. Maybe it's not any more beefier. But it is cool that it has that sheath over it. So keep the grime and the grit out. Maybe last longer. And anyway, it goes down here. And then they meander. And they have these metal ends on. So what you first want to do is you have to slide this cable on. To get it into here, you'll have to take the nut all the way off the bottom, feed it down through the hole, because that little slot's not going to let you get that in there. Feed it down through the hole, and then screw this back on. So to begin with, the first thing you want to do is screw this nut all the way to the top, on both of them, letting this down all the way, in order to get these cables, the bullet ends, into their slots. But before you even do that, put your shifter in neutral. Put the shifter in neutral. Take this bolt out. All the way out. You can't just loosen it. It's got a nudge nipple thing in there. It's not going to let it come off. You got to take it all the way out. Take this shifter all the way off. Shift it forward, back, forward, back. Find out where neutral is. And neutral is when it's even like that. That's neutral. That means you can get this even and this even. Just trust me on that. Shift it forward, shift it back. Figure out where that when it's in neutral, these will be even away from this cable. Then you can start the whole process. Get these on here, which will still be a little bit of a bear, but get those on there, and then you're gonna itty bitty time shift these, screw those tighter as you're shifting this forward and back. See, it's in neutral right now. When it's in forward, one will be forward, one will be back. Anyway, so you go slowly back and forth, and you'll get it figured out. It'll just take a couple tries. You'll figure it out. Just go slow. Don't get them too tight. You want them still a little loose and neutral. Now, when you put it in gear, one of them's going to be real tight, one of them's going to be loose, one's going to be real tight, one's going to be real loose. But see, that's about all the tension you want. That's it. Love you guys. Have a great day. Peace out. That's your Chinese go-kart shifter install and adjust.